Hi, my name is Sarah LeClaire and I have created a website through the lessons and skills I have acquired by completing various assignments in my Computing Concepts 101 course. In my video lecture, I am going to be describing the importance of the digital forensics innovation and how people interact with it. I will also be explaining the impacts of this innovation in the way that it consumes and produces data. I will end by demonstrating the references I have accessed during this creation by walking through the links with you and explaining the relevance. In order to create this website, I had to learn how to use HTML and CSS, which are two of the core technologies for building web pages. HTML helped to build the structure of the site, while CSS enabled me to style the visual image to my liking. I programmed the page in HTML by accessing my cPanel account and uploading my website files. I manually typed the HTML tags that I learned how to use in different assignments. The importance of different tag use is that it directs the internet browser to load certain items on the web page. Each HTML web page must consist of one head and one body, and I made sure to fulfill these requirements as I created my web page. As I learned the different tags that I could insert in the HTML page, I also learned how to include headings, formatted fonts, insert images, and more. I programmed the page in CSS by inserting a style sheet in 3 different ways. These are internal style sheet, external, and inline. I use the internal style sheet for styling one page uniquely by using the style tag element, which is inside the head tag section of the HTML page. I use the external style sheet to change the look of my entire website just by changing one file. This file was created in my cPanel account that was saved with a CSS extension. This involved me including a reference to the external style sheet file inside the link tag element, which goes under the head tag section of each page. The external style sheet does not incorporate any HTML tags, which is where it differs from the internal style sheet. Now that I have described how I programmed the page in HTML and CSS, I will briefly discuss how I made my logo, banner, and animation. While creating my logo, I first accessed Pixlr.com and chose Pixlr Editor Advanced. I then selected Create a New Image and I left the default width and height at 800 by 600 pixels. I made sure to choose transparent so that the image I chose would have those qualities. I typed in icon PNG to find an image that also had the transparency quality. Finally, I used at least 2 colors. While creating my banner, I used the same website. This procedure taught me how to use layers and styling. I set the width at 800 by 200 pixels. The banner that I created included the title of the project along with the topic of my innovation. It also included my name, the logo created previously, which enabled me to use the layering feature, and the use of a textured and filtered image background. Finally, I created my animation. I used this website by accessing the website easygif.com and then clicked on the GIF Maker tab to upload images. These images included my logo, one image of my choosing related to digital forensics, and one image of myself. I changed the delay time to 150 and the website created the GIF animation for me after uploading the stated images. Now it's time to discuss the elements of my website. The first page in my table of contents is the purpose page. Here I was asked to indicate the name of the innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose. Digital forensics is an innovation that has played a major role in revealing valuable information through investigations of acquiring digital data. The data obtained is then analyzed by experts who use this information to make reports and conclusions about their findings. Our smartphones are an example of a device that stores digital data. However, there are many other devices that are capable of this feature. Digital forensics is a very beneficial innovation that continues to grow and help to solve many mysteries. I have included a couple images on my page, as well as YouTube video, which helps to further explain the purpose of digital forensics and provide a better understanding of it. The images I have included are just images extracted from Google that relate to my innovation. The next section I have created in my table of contents is the effects and impacts page discussing a benefit and harmful effect of digital forensics. Generally, this innovation creates positive effects for investigators. The main benefit of acquiring digital data is that through the analyzation process, the data often reveals plenty about the person who primarily accesses this digital device. It's capable of telling where a person is, when a person was at a specific place, why they were there, and more importantly, who may have been at the crime scene. One harmful effect of digital forensics would be if a website malfunctioned or the data was somehow misinterpreted. Otherwise, this innovation predominantly generates beneficial outcomes. I was also asked to discuss the impact that digital forensics has had on society, economy, and our culture. Digital forensics plays a big role in society considering the progression of infatuation with technology. We communicate more through sending and receiving digital data, which allows investigators to conclude a lot about a person when they have obtained their smartphones or other digital devices during investigation. In the past, people would meet up physically and converse face-to-face as part of cultural reasonings. Some would communicate verbally over a cup of coffee or through some activity that is culturally significant to them. Presently, these opportunities are still available. However, evolving technology has decreased the desire for face-to-face communication, and people seem to prefer communicating through messaging. Below, I have included a video that I have made that helps to explain a bit about digital forensics involving an interview with someone and the use of digital forensics in action. I used my phone to record, and I edited and published the video through YouTube and the use of YouTube Video Editor. Hello, my question for you is, what role does digital forensics play in society?
I think in this day and age, people are on all sorts of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and the constant posting helps people who are doing investigations. They help find out who committed certain crimes because of the constant posting and everyone's all. I think I'm posting today. Oh my god, I love my new iPhone. If you look closely at the picture, Carly says they're posting great on the iPhone. They don't have to know that.
Lastly, I was asked to indicate one field other than computer science which this innovation has impacted or has the potential to impact. I discussed how mobile device forensics is a field that this innovation has impacted. This is a branch of digital forensics that involves revealing digital evidence from a certain mobile device. The term mobile device could refer to devices such as GPS and/or tablet devices as well. The graphs I included on this page are from Google that have information graphed related to digital forensics. In one procedure, I formed a graph from a survey that I conducted previously. I used Google Forms to collect data by asking a survey question and included 3 possible answers to my question in multiple choice format for people to choose from. I sent this survey via email in a link form and had 10 people take that survey. The results were then plotted in a graph, which are visible right here. The next section I will discuss is the technical aspects page. Here I discuss how a user interacts with the innovation. Interacting with digital forensics can be either very simple or complex depending on the situation. It's restricted to a select group of people who are experts in collecting digital evidence. These types of individuals are people who work for the law and have the rights to obtain this digital data legally in order to solve their investigations. In order to interact with the data, they must acquire it, analyze it, and make a report indicating their findings. Next, I indicate how digital forensics technology incorporates the internet to accomplish its purpose. Wi-Fi enables people to connect their devices to the internet wirelessly, which helps them perform searches on the web. Investigators are capable of viewing one's history, which is a way to tell the viewer what websites they have accessed, as well as other computer activity they have performed. The relationship to data page is the next section that I will discuss. I describe how digital forensics consumes data as an input, produces data as output, and transforms data. Every time someone uses their digital device for any type of purpose, the device stores that digital data. Each time a call, text, or email is received, the device saves that input information. Each time any of those are sent, the device saves that output information. Digital forensics has the ability to help investigators transform data by making conclusions about what's observable. Next, I describe how cloud computing is an evolving data storage concern. It obstructs the ability to manage information under careful control during the conduct of an investigation. Cloud computing requires different forms of information storing and replaces traditional technology hardware with virtualized remote software services that are hosted and managed by third parties. Finally, my reference page includes 3 references that help to educate me on digital forensics. This website was the most useful web-based source. I made this website a link on my website so that you can access the website I included in here directly. For more information, visit my website.